Hello guys and welcome to another video where we discuss the possible transfer targets to replace Son and Richarlison. First now let's take a look at my game week 20 points so far. Two more games have passed. For you when you see that video, it's almost for certain that Liverpool and Newcastle game would have passed because the only reason if that didn't happen is if it's postponed or something. But yeah, two games has passed. It's Arsenal and Fulham and Spurs and Bournemouth. They were pretty interesting games. We have a lot to discuss, but first the guys that I own from them. Leno, one pointer. I was a little bit disappointed. First of all, he finished the game on two saves and he got a yellow card in the 96 minutes for basically wasting time. So he would have gotten me even more, but I didn't expect a lot of points from him this week and I keep the wait to get some points from him, maybe sometimes in the future, soon, maybe, because when I bought him, he has a total of 2 points, which is pretty disappointing. And Turner, on the other hand, in that period is with 8. So yeah, I am on a red pick there, but I keep believing in Leno. Pictures such as Everton, Burnley, they keep me way more energized to pick him instead of Turner. Poro, finally he didn't get a return, 2 pointer from him, they won 3-1. It was 87th minute goal, so I was pretty gutted to lose the clean sheet, but these things happen. On the other hand, in my attack, Saka scored a goal. Arsenal were pretty bad. Saka almost missed that chance, but I was pretty delighted to that. And Son scored the regular goal, got 2 bonus. And if anything happens to my captain, Son will get some points at least. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. Basically, all my attackers so far have returned. None of my defenders did. If that keeps happening, honestly, I'll be alright because I need more points from the attackers. Now focusing on the game, on the bench only no one played basically. So focusing on the game, first starting on Fulham. Oh no, sorry. Before focusing, last time we started making a short list for the possible Salah and Son replacements, and those are the names here. If you want to see how we got to them, you can check the video from yesterday. It's day 2 for the preparation. The video is in my channel, so if you want, go and check it out. For now, we have Barkley, Palmer, Madueke, Douglas Lewis, Diaby, Bailey, Ulize, Eze, Foden, Bernardo, Neto, Elanga, and Morgan Gibbs-White in our shortlist. I believe we will have several options here because teams like Arsenal and Spurs have a lot of midfielders, and I believe we will be adding them regardless of the form so far. Let's go and see how the Fulham and Arsenal game unfolded. Arsenal took the lead around the 5th minute, and then Raul Jimenez equalized, and the Cordova Reed scored the winner in the second half. Martinelli got an assist and Kearney for the goal for Raul. Martinelli did alright. I was pretty happy with how he played, so he's for sure a player that I'm going to add on the short list. For the yellow cards perspective, Saliba got yellow card. That is good for a non-owner such as me because I don't own him. And every time he concedes a goal or gets booked, I'm happy because he's losing points and he's not hurting me. On the other hand, Kearney, Leno, Rowe, and Bassi got yellow cards. Bassi yellow card was stupid one. Rowe and Leno, they were just wasting time, and Kearney was a pretty fair yellow card. Leno and Raya did make 2 saves each. There was a cross-wash shot from Saka that didn't count as a save. It would have been better if it counted, but yeah, it didn't count. It was counted as a cross. And the bonus got to the Cordova Reed Kearney, which surprised me. And Rowe because he got the assist, yeah, but he got a yellow card. Rowe scored a goal and he didn't get the bonus. I'm baffled at sometimes how the bonus unfolds, but yeah, it is what it is. They both finished on the same points, and Rice was near the bonus. Gabriel, which was surprising for me because Saka and Martinelli were involved in the goal, but they weren't as good. Saka missed a very big chance, and I'm a little bit worried about him. Let's see the stats from the game if I've missed something. No, the interesting thing here was that Kivior started on the left back, Zinchenko was out, and on halftime Tomiyasu went in for him. Bobby De Cordova then scored, then the game just finished, as you can see. there isn't anything special happening in the game. There was a pressure from Arsenal at the end. Somewhere here, Saka missed a shot around after the goal. But yeah, nothing too special. Saliba foul. Reece Nelson, Jesus, and Trossard came in, but nothing changed basically. And all the changes from Fulham were to freshen up the midfield because all of the guys behind Raul Jimenez, being Iwobi, Bobby Reed, and William were taken off, and Kearney it was the holding GM next to Paulinha, and he was taken as well. He's their captain. But yeah, Kearney got 2 bonus. And Anthony Robertson had a good game against Saka. Saka had a pretty bad game week. But now let's focus on midfielders that I may want to choose. So from Arsenal's perspective, let's start here. Let's go to Arsenal and see their midfielders. Saka is on top. Not surprising there. He had a pretty rough patch before that game. He had 1, 2, 3, 4 games where he blanked, but before that he had 4 games where he returned. He had basically 6 returns in 7 games, which is an alright number. And before that, he was consistent. So I believe that he is a consistent pick. He's 58% owned, so he's not going to be a big transfer target. But for sure, I'm going to add him to the list because why not? If you don't own him, he is an option, especially with the budget that everyone now has. A lot of players have sold him. Let's see if I'm talking rubbish. Yeah, I am. How many people sold him? Around 40,000. While how much bought him? Uh, 97,000. So a lot of people are bringing him in. So the most popular transfer targets so far are Palmer, not surprising. Foden, not surprising once again. Bowen, but he hasn't played yet, so that's a little bit risky. Trent as well. De Bruyne is 0 minutes so far, but he is getting transferred in. Estupinian is gaining popularity even though he hasn't played. I got him in my squad. But yeah, basically from midfielders' perspective is Palmer, Foden, and Bowen the most popular players. It's pretty obvious why. But yeah, let's continue looking at the Arsenal players. Then it's Odegaard, 8.4. I know it's a lot, and I know he hasn't returned in a lot of games, but when he returns, it's almost every time a double digit. So here he returned a double digit, here he returned a double digit, here double digit, and here 2 games when he got only an assist. But yeah, his expected scores are not high enough. Maybe because Kai Havertz operates in that regard and he's just more distributing the ball. We'll have to see when we look more in depth, but I'm for sure adding him. I don't see a reason why not to add him, at least to the initial shortlist. I believe it's going to be very stupid to overlook him because he is a great player. Next up is Declan Rice. I'm not interested in him. If I'm picking a holding GM, it's going to be Rodri. It's not Rice. Martinelli and Havertz are pretty interesting guys. Like he has 4 blanks in a row, then go against Wootton, nothing too special, then more blanks. He's not in good form, I have to be honest, but his game against Fulham was alright. He was the best midfielder from them, at least in my opinion. So yeah, I'm adding him to the list, but he's the least likely to be picked from the Arsenal boys so far. And let's see if someone else. Trossard, he is not getting enough minutes here. He got minutes because Havertz was suspended. Havertz, on the other hand, nothing too special, but I will add him for the sake of it. He maybe starts getting some form. It doesn't hurt anyone to add him to the shortlist. So yeah, I believe that wraps up the Arsenal. The others are Jorginho, Smith-Rowe, Nelson. Nothing too special. Now going to the Fulham squad. Let's see. So Andreas is on top, but he has been slacking. He has 1 game where he returned, 2, 3, 4, 5 games where he has returned. I'm not particularly interested in him. Maybe with Iwobi getting out, he will get more minutes. That's for certain. So yeah, I would think about him. But Willian, here he had 3 games where he missed, but before that he got a pretty good form. And here he blanked for sure, but Arsenal game is way harder than Everton, Burnley, and Bournemouth. And for the price of 5.3, Williams seems a good opportunity. Everton, Burnley, Bournemouth, how he did so far against those teams. Now Burnley blank, Bournemouth blank, and Everton blank. So not good, if I have to admit. But I will add him. He seems like an interesting pick recently. So 2 goals here, blank against Liverpool, then an assist here, then a goal here. So yeah, but those were 5-0 victories and only 1 return. Okay, I will add him. It doesn't hurt anyone. We will see how he's playing. Maybe he plays in the FA Cup, so I will be getting more and more from him there. But yeah, nothing too special here from him. Iwobi will be out. The Cordova Reed, he scored a goal, but I'm not interested a lot. Harry Wilson, maybe he will get some minutes, but it doesn't look like he's performing very well when he gets the chance. A goal, an assist here, an assist here. But no, I'm not pretty interesting. Kearney and Paulina the holding games. No, Reed, no. Adama is still not being selected. Maybe he will start getting selected. We have to see. But yeah, that's basically from Fulham's perspective. Next up, we have the Bournemouth first game. I have to admit, I watched 10 minutes live, like after the Fulham Arsenal game finished, and somewhere around the mid half when there were opportunities, and it was a pretty difficult game for Spurs, if I have to be honest. They scored 3 goals, but Bournemouth were attacking. They were attacking a lot. Like when you see here, Bournemouth in the first half has a period where they're attacking. Then in the second, when I watched the full highlights, basically Bournemouth were equal to Spurs, just Spurs had the more clear chances. Richarlison scored, Sar scored, but he's going away, and Son scored, but he's going away. Alex Scott is getting way more interesting than I expected. Basically, he scored a goal, then made an assist last game, so he's doing all right. So maybe as a rogue 8 midfielder or something like that, especially if you bring Haaland, I may consider him. I'll add him to the list and see how I'm going to divide him. But yeah, when I start building more and more, I will cover the price ranges, how you can cover, because you will be replacing your third striker if you bring in Haaland. Maybe you don't. Maybe you replace Alvarez if you have him. We will talk about a lot of opportunities when the time comes. But now let's focus on the list. Lucelso 2 assists, but Madison is near a return, so that may seem dangerous. Johnson another assist. I'm looking ahead to see how he's performing in recent games because I haven't been following him so much while Son and Richarlison were doing far better. But he is an interesting pick for sure. 3 saves from both of the goalkeepers. It was a good game just to watch for the neutral. I watched 10 minutes of highlights and I was pretty entertained, I have to admit. Luceo, Suson, and Tavernier got the bonus. Poro missed on the bonus, but that's normal. He didn't do anything that game. Uh, Tavernier got the bonus here for Bournemouth. And Solanke did alright. He had several opportunities, if I have to admit, but he missed some. So you cannot score every game. But yeah, for me, he was the better player for sure. Something interesting here. Sar got injured, so maybe he won't go to any international duties. We have to see. Rossi also got the assist here, but it was just a tackle assist, nothing too amazing, while the assist for Son was good. Richarlison missed another chance, so he is a good option for sure. Vélez got injured when Gil missed a chance. So Gil was introduced in the 82nd minute and he missed a sitter basically. And then on the aftermath of the attack, Vélez got injured, so it was a bad injury. So there is one less name that is going to be involved in the Spurs rotation. Dyer did alright. I am not sure why Dyer isn't playing as a starter. Maybe the coach doesn't like him at all. Hugh, I am not very excited of him. Alex Scott joined around the 69th minute and he was pretty good. And Tutara got injured, so yeah, pretty bad for Bournemouth. The game was even. Spurs had better opportunities for sure. They scored more goals for that reason, but Bournemouth weren't a weak side for sure. Now let's go and see the Spurs boys. So for the Spurs boys, if I have to admit, they have a lot of injuries, so it's a little bit tricky. Kulusevski, he was rested here because he had a suspension, because he got yellow cards just before the 19 game week where they would have been nullified, but he got suspended. I'm not too excited for him. Pick him. Yeah, he had a good game against Forest. When he is scoring, he seems to get good returns, but it's just like Sterling. He is so unpredictable when he's going to return. So for now, I'm staying away from him. I'm not going to add him to the shortlist. I believe there are better opportunities. Richarlison, he's in a good form. Like 5 returns in 5 games, while 4 of those games he has returned. That's a good return ratio. He's underperforming his XG here, but he was outperforming here. So he's getting good chances. The thing about him is that I'm worried that he is getting as an holding attacker to hold the ball and distribute him, and on the counter he's not always there, but he's fast, so he's returning. His fixture run is not looking alright, so if I want to get Madison or um, Son when he returns from Asian Cup, I will be most probably transferring out Richarlison or I won't have the money. So it's a difficult pick to select, but I'm going to add him for sure because he is a good player. Right now, he is in good form. If you want to invest in a purple patch player, for sure, he's one of the better ones. He's not staying 90 minutes on the field, but he's not getting decorated a lot. Like yeah, in the loss, he got decorated, but before that, only at the start of the season when he was frustrated. But yeah, he's making a return here. He hasn't played here a lot, and he started returning. So he is in a good form. Maybe he is getting the better of the shape right now, so he for sure is an option. Madison is an interesting pick. I will add him just to remember not to forget to monitor him. He is still injured. I will add KDB for the same reason. I need to monitor them. In the FA Cup, maybe after that, it's not said that I have to transfer them in like this week. Maybe if I find a solution how to make the proper transfers without two midfielders, maybe introducing a forward. I will be looking at forwards, not a forward. The only forward that I will be bringing in, if I have to be honest, is Haaland. So I will look at Haaland transfer possibilities at some point and how the budget will enable it. But yeah, for sure, Madison is a player target. Next up is Johnson. Johnson is doing alright. Like 2 assists here, assist here, blank here, a lot of blanks and a lot of assists, but not much goals. He wasn't playing here. So yeah, it's a little bit difficult to justify bringing him in, but I will monitor him for sure. Because why not? We have fun here. Spurs are pretty attacking side. And if I can get ahead of the curve and bring someone that's exciting, uh, I will. Maybe most probably I will be looking at a highly owned player such as Foden, Richarlison, or even who is else highly owned, maybe Douglas Luiz as one of my transfers, and a little bit of a differential pick here and there with the second one just based on fixtures and based on form, based on availability, based on positions. I will focus on that. Lo Celso, he's playing well right now, but when someone else returns, he's out, so I'm not too excited by him. And they don't have a forward that I can go and take a look at. Uris, by the way, is transferred out. It's already confirmed he's going to the MLS. And today I saw that Donny van de Beek joined Frankfurt. So for the Manchester United viewers, he is leaving the squad up until the summer. It's not a lot to consider there because he wasn't playing at all. But yeah, he is a transfer. So if someone by any miracle has him, just take him out. And the last thing we're going to focus on here is Bournemouth. So Tavernier did all right. He had an assist here, 2 assists here, 2 goals here, but before that it's only 1 return. So maybe with the pickup of form, I want him to monitor him. Bournemouth haven't lost 7 in a row, so that's a good number. And why not monitor their players? I am not picking um, Solanke right now, but maybe Solanke in the future. We have to see because they have a pretty okay fixture run, especially after game week 23. Like it's Nottingham, Fulham, Newcastle, City, but Newcastle are struggling, and then it's Burnley, Sheffield, Wolves, Everton, Palace, Luton. So a lot of players will be focusing Solanke then. By the way, they have 1 game in hand, so that's a thing to consider again. It's against Luton at home. So yeah, 2 Luton fixtures maybe up until game week 32. After that, you can sell him. It's getting rough. But yeah, up until game week 32, Bournemouth player will be an option. And I will take that into consideration. Billing, I'm not interested. Whoever not. But the one guy that I'm interested in is Alex Scott. He has 15 points. Yes, 18 points, sorry. 15 came from the last couple of games. And that speaks a lot. So here he didn't do anything, but here he's made an assist. It was a pretty good assist, I have to admit. He got the 3 bonus. He was playing well, and I'm adding him to the list because he's such a low price. I can keep him as a 8 player and always rely on a Bournemouth good fixture or something like that. So I'm adding him to the list. And that wrap ups the players that I've added today. I've added a lot of players 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 players or 11 with KHB. So the list is growing. So it's 40. So it's how much players? It's 24 players so far. It's a big list, I know, but we're going to start to trim it down. Players like maybe Tavernier will drop, Johnson, Madison, Madueke, um, Bernardo, Ewanga, Morgan Gibbs White. Those players may drop soon enough, but they are now for the list. When I start doing the initial tactics, I know who should I target from those teams that I have already in my shortlist. And when I check the tactics, when I check everything, the shots, the stats, the minutes, the fixtures, I'll make a video about the fixture run. And yeah, I will just take a look at the fixtures and invest in the players. I will have the fixture ticker, I will have the teams in form, I will sort them by that, I will do the stats. Yeah, everything will be done together with you guys. Don't forget about that. I'm happy that so many of you have written under my videos and are supporting me when I try to pivot away from the old type of content now into this one. I know it's a little bit different from the one that you're used to, and seeing just the faces and the data ready. We are just investigating together. We are picking all the sites. If this seems interesting for you, show your support by subscribing, liking the video, leaving down a comment. If you think I'm missing someone from those teams, if you have any insight from any of those players, please write it down in the comment section. If you are a fan of a club and have extra info of how they are feeling, because stats and video show you only that much. When the initial chat around the team, maybe you know someone that's involved with the team, you can put it in the comment section. I like to build thinking community, and we all together can make decisions, and it will be fun. It will be fun for sure. So yeah, if you want to see how we got to that list up to that point, go and check yesterday's video. It's pretty interesting. We take a look at 6 fixtures and we talk a lot about the fixtures. Today we're having a game between Liverpool and Newcastle. It's 10 o'clock my time, 8 o'clock UK time. So in about 3 to 4 hours when I'm recording this video, we'll see if Liverpool will extend their lead to the top or Newcastle will fight back. I am having my captain playing there. I have Trent, who has been on a pretty good run, I have to admit. So he hasn't blanked since game week 11. Those are a lot of returns. He's picking ownership by minute. It is 26% ownership. That's a lot. And it was around 8 when I picked him. I picked him in game week 10. Yeah, game week 10. And I was pretty annoyed up until here. And after that, I was so delighted that I picked him. So you have to believe in some players. Maybe there are some hidden gems that are need to be believed in. And they're showing some signs, but the returns are just not there. And when the returns come back, it's all lights out for everyone not owning them. So we are trying to find those players to replace Son and Salah for the upcoming fixtures. Just click the right time and the right player and just make good progress in the rankings. Yeah, I'm around 500k plays. I'm pretty excited to see I have 4 more players, while a lot of players have already played for almost everyone. They don't own Estupinian. Most of them don't own Trent because it's difficult to get him if you don't want to destroy your structure. Some players own Bowen. A lot of players own Salah. He's 51% owned. So yeah, I believe we are going to have a lot of fun tomorrow when we discuss Newcastle Liverpool. Maybe it's going to be a shorter video because it's only one team, but today we were discussing only 2 teams and it's only been 26 minutes already. So yeah, it's a lot of fun talking to you guys. I hope you enjoy it. Show your support, write comments in the comment section if you want to discuss anything specific and want to see some other improvements to the content, and I will see you tomorrow with another video. Bye.